We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about, I don't want to learn something new. We've been talking about it all week.
Go ahead.
I can't wait to record this show.
Okay.
I can't wait.
Can you imagine if our kids came home and just said, you know what? I'm done. That's it.
Well, can you imagine if you in your land career said, you know what? I'm really tired of learning new software. I'm just tired of learning stuff new. Can you guys just tell me how to do it? I'm going to go do it. And then I'm going to watch TV.
If that, you don't want to learn something like, can you just do it for me? Can I just, wait, better yet, can I just give you some money? Because this happens to us all the time, by the way.
Every day someone emails
Can I just give you some money and let you go do it for me? Oh,
I have $5,000. You know, you guys double your money all the time. Can I just put my $5,000 into yours? And then you give me, we'll split it. I'll be nice. I don't need 10,000. Can I just give me next week, give me 7,500?
Yeah.
And then I'll take my 5,000 out, keep the 2,500 in, and then you can just keep doing it.
Yeah, we'll just keep doing it.
And then when it's like 100,000, can you just
write me a check?
Let me know. And you're welcome.
Isn't that funny?
You know why? Because I don't want to learn something new.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to do that. I can't. It's too complicated.
Every one of our members, the minute they start talking about this, usually it's with their immediate family around Christmas time. Yeah. This happens. And you know it happens. You've had this happen. You're talking to your father-in-law and they go, wait a minute. This is what you've been doing and how you guys are having so much fun and why you can afford this and afford that. And you're like, yeah, you know, Mr. Jones, because you still call your father-in-law by his last name.
As you should, probably.
Exactly. Sir. Yes, sir. This is what we've been doing quietly over here. I told you about it a year and a half ago. And then he's like, oh, now I'm interested.
Yeah. By the way, you remember all the whole time you were yelling at me about how this is never going to work?
Yes.
Turns out it's going to work.
Exactly. Can I give you some money now? Hell no.
No, you can't. Pass the potatoes.
That's it. That's great. Yep. Oh, that's perfect.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of the members on our landinvestors.com online community. It's free.
My cheeks hurt.
Me too.
Good. Okay. Paul asks, or the title of this little thing says, performing my first data export with RealQuest Pro of 670 records. So then it says, I hit accept and a processing request, download in progress, 0% complete, window pops up and a spinner starts. But my progress remains at 0% for over half an hour. I close the window, go to my files, and there are none. Does it really take hours to perform an export of under 1,000 records? Should I try a different browser? Will I be charged for the 3 attempts I've made thus far at the same data export with no results produced? I'm with yes.
And then he goes on. I cut it off there. He goes on to say, I didn't understand exactly how it was going to work, so I let it go overnight, and I got up the next day, and there weren't any records.
I'm going to go with it. Was it whatever the Microsoft browser is? I don't know. Was that what it was? Was it Bing or something?
Who the hell cares what it was?
Oh, I think it was
This is not how you do this.
Oh. Well, what are we talking about?
Well, hold on a second.
Okay, I'm confused now. What do you think?
I'm Paul. I'm not picking on you.
Okay.
We have all said this question to somebody that he's saying about something. And usually it's computers. Maybe it's how to use a blender in some people's case. And we've all answered these questions for people. I'm a computer person. I've spent my whole life since the 70s answering questions about computers. And about 80% of them can be answered like this. All your computer questions. Did you clear your cache? Clear your history. Did you restart the computer? And that's the solution here. There's something going on. It's not RealQuest. A very small chance that it's RealQuest. Or if it is RealQuest, wait a couple minutes and it'll come back.
I was going to say
I'm not
the
picking
same
on
thing.
Paul. This kind of stuff, these little things about this is totally appropriate for today's topic. I don't want to learn something new. And I'm not picking on you, Paul, because I don't think that's the issue here.
I have to chime in.
Does it make sense to download 670 records overnight? Is that reasonable?
There's a show on Netflix. Well, it's a show on BBC, I think it is. I don't know where, but anyway, it's called The IT Crowd. I love this show. It's a British comedy, and it's these guys are in the basement of this building, and they're the IT department, and they know nothing. It's so funny. I mean, one's smart, one's okay. He's real. We all know this comedian, this actor. He's so darn funny. He's been at there's other movies, but anyway. So the phone always rings. He picks up the phone and he immediately hits play and it lays. It's like this show is from 20 years ago or something. He lays the phone down on this recorder and it says a version of IT department. Have you turned off and on your computer? Have you done this? Have you unplugged it or whatever it is? It's like 3 different steps that we all know, and then usually and then he just hangs it up. That solves it.
We call this. In the IT industry, used to call it, I don't know if they do anymore, they call it a diaper change. I got to go down to accounting and do a diaper change. I'll be back.
Yes.
My mouse doesn't work. That's not what this is about.
Right.
That's a symptom of a huge problem. I see it with employees. Well, now they're former employees of ours. And I see it with a lot of brand spanking new members. And if you can get over it, I'm not doing this to complain or
we're not picking on you, Paul.
Pick on anybody.
No.
I'm trying to help. This whole show is all about trying to help.
Right.
If you're the kind of person who historically doesn't want to try anything new and you don't have an open mind to overcome whatever comes up and that's going to stop you from getting whatever your goal is or your budget, then this and nothing else in your life is ever going to work.
Did you do today's topic? Because we're going right into it.
Oh, sorry. Today's topic, I don't want to learn something new. This is the meat of the show. I got excited. Thank you.
There you go. Continue.
We had a former employee who was maybe he was a star performer, and I hated to see all this go down the way that it did. But he's very, very good at a lot of stuff. He was extremely uninterested in and verbally making it aware he's not interested in learning new software. And he's not the only one. There's a former female employee that we've managed to keep her on, but she's been very vocal about, I don't want to learn new software. And I don't know where this comes from. So I'm going to be very direct here. This business is about computers. Jill and I recently took over a business that is completely unrelated to this, to real estate. It's one of the first times in probably 20 years that I've been involved in a business that has nothing to do with real estate. And one of the reasons that we elected to take it over is because we interviewed extensively, probably over a week, spent time with the former owner, and realized how weak, even though he's 10, 15 years younger than us.
20
years younger?
Well,
yeah, he is 20 years younger.
Yeah.
Uninterested.
So he is 12. In case you were wondering.
Completely uninterested in learning about the tech side of that business and how there's customers in a market and they need to be reached and they need to be managed in a CRM and they need to be treated great and have customer experience so they're going to come back, when they need the product again. So that's one of the reasons we took it over, because that's what we do. This business, this real estate business, flipping houses and land, is probably 90% IT. And it's not just, I don't want to learn something new. We have a guy in our advanced group, you probably know about him. His name's Luke Smith. He has a show on YouTube. If you've never seen it, you should go check it out. I really am open-minded and want to learn something new to the next level. He takes it beyond where we take it. He wakes up and looks for new ways to improve selling property, buying property, new tools, promoting it,
selling,
all of it.
Getting the word out.
Not only that, he takes it to a level beyond that. All right, somebody told me I can't do it. Now, where's a workaround? I'll find a tech solution workaround. I'll find a virtual assistant in the Philippines workaround. It's not going to stop me.
I'll find a credit card company who'll let me do this.
Yeah. And when they shut me down, I'll go to the next one.
Yeah, that's right.
He just won't stop. He doesn't know when he's been beat, and he's very successful. And he's had other successful businesses prior to this. So if you don't like computers and you don't like Excel and you don't understand data and it's just not your thing, and what the hell does that mean? It's just not my thing. What that is I'm just a lazy ass. So if you're too lazy to learn Excel, or, in a very rare cases, you just don't get it. I don't believe that you don't get it. You just haven't spent the time to make it click. Then that's just too bad. I think it's a personality flaw. That's not, I don't understand real estate. What does it say, Jill? Oh, it's Steve Rant time. Jill's just held up a sign. Steve Rant time. Am I ranting?
You are. It's good,
I'm
though.
sorry.
No, it's okay. Keep going. I'm just going to be over here. It's like I can duck out and go Steve Rant time.
That's one part of it. I don't want to learn something new. What's worse is you blame other people. So you're midway through, I don't know, a finance class, or you're midway through your marriage, and you can see the black at the end of the tunnel. You can see the brick wall at the end of the tunnel where there should be light.
What the heck?
And you're blaming somebody else. You're blaming your professor because it's too hard. You're blaming your spouse because she doesn't understand you. Or come on, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Save me here.
I can't. Sorry. There's no light at the end of the tunnel of this show.
When you start a new relationship or a new marriage, you better be willing to learn some stuff new. When you've got a baby in a crib, you better learn some stuff that's new. How to change diapers, change your attitude, and change what you're going to do on the weekends, because it's over. And it's the same thing with all these businesses. So why not pick one that you really like? Pick one that for me involves Excel, doesn't cost a lot, and there's no risk.
Can I Jillify this now?
Yeah.
For
please.
those of you that were turned off by this whole thing, let me Jillify it for you and give it to you in a better way, which is...
Thank you, by the way.
You're welcome.
It was downward spiraling.
Think about what's possible, and think about how good it feels when you do learn something new. Think about what you really can do. You'd be surprised when your back's against the wall, what you can do. We were talking about this the other night. I don't know if we were talking about the shows or just maybe this business that we've acquired, because every time we get into this business that we just acquired even further, I'm shocked and amazed at all the things that Sally, this former owner, missed. That, man, we can do this stuff. We know how to do this. We have a team. We can afford to do it. It's going to be great. I'm really excited. And every time I overcome something, I get that much more energized to do something else. And what I was talking about specifically was back in 2015, when we just launched Land Academy, and it's you and me, and our checkout page or something wasn't working. And I did not go to school for coding, learn coding, website development, everything. I learned it all on the fly because I had to.
And I typically handle all that stuff and handled it back then.
Mm-hmm. But there was a night that I remember specifically. I wanted it a certain way. You were working on something else. I sat down and said, I'm going to figure this out. And I did. Sure. I was, half in tears sitting at the dining room table. Figuring out.
It's a regular Wednesday for Jill.
Stop it. No. But I was bound and determined to do it. And I did. And I taught myself. And that was a real pivotal moment for me, that I can do this stuff. And now I'm like, bring it. And now we're at the point now where I don't hand my phone to my kids. Hell no. My kids come to me and going, oh, what's that app? What do you got there? How'd you make that work? I'm like, this is how you do this stuff.
How'd you learn to type like that?
Oh yeah, that's often.
It's a common topic.
That's my typing or yours?
Mine.
Oh, we both get that. I had someone on the phone that the other day I was typing while we're talking. She goes, I thought I typed fast. But, when you, on the upside, when you do take that baby step and realize, you know what, I can do this. It's not that scary. It's not that hard. It's really about putting my head down and focusing and knowing I'm going to figure it out. I might have to watch the same YouTube video 3 times.
50
Who
times.
cares?
Whatever it takes.
I'm going to get through it and get to the other side. I got this. And that, I think, is the point. I assume the point of this whole show and while we're wrapping up this whole week is You can do this if you have the mindset. You don't have to have the experience and the training and the knowledge going into it. But if you have the mindset that you won't stop, whatever it is, that's true. You won't stop. You will die trying. You will get there. And we have example after example after example of people in our community that are that way.
Here's the flip side of the coin. Here's where I lose interest. And here's where I look at myself in the mirror and say, I don't want to learn something new, because it happens to all of us when I don't think what I'm working on is worth it.
That's fair.
If I owned, I don't know, for sake of argument, a nail salon or a restaurant or a small convenience store, any of those, and I knew that, and I was working there, not just like in the office or something like that, but I was actually working there, working on the business to get it where it needs to be and reach its capacity. But I knew in the back of my head that I spreadsheeted the whole thing out before I either inherited or bought the business, that I can turn the tables 3 times in a case of a restaurant, or in a case of a nail salon.
10 times.
Yeah, capacity or whatever it is, that at the end of the day, if I'm doing everything right, I'm making about $10,000 or $20,000 a month at this. I would say, you know what? I don't want to learn something new. I don't want to learn about this business. It's not worth my time. And so, you know,
is it because there's a
it's not
cap?
Enough money. Yeah, it's
you can't. It's not scalable.
It's not something I could eventually take to Wall Street or go get venture capital on. It's not big enough. It's just I'm not interested in stuff that's just not going to get massive if I do my job and I do the things that I know I'm capable of. And that's the case in a relationship. We've all had, well, I hope because this is how you learn. We've all had relationships that end, and sometimes through no fault of our own. You know, do I need to learn something new to hold on to that? No, get out of there.
Like our 16-year-old boy is learning right now.
Yeah, we all learn that in our teens. You know, it's like, she went nuts. Don't know why. I don't need to learn something new.
Okay.
You need to learn new software. I don't care where you work. I don't care what, because you will never, ever. The way the rate technology is, not just software anymore, it's hardware too. There's all kinds of new stuff that's coming to the market, and in our lifetime, actually, it'll never change, you know, unless there's another meteorite that hits the earth. You have to embrace technology or you're done. And we have friends, specifically friends who are a few years older than us, that are unwilling to, for whatever reason, embrace technology, and they're suffering for it.
It's really sad.
And
they put their hands up. They put their hands on. Isn't it funny?
We just bought a company from somebody 20 years younger than us who refused to embrace technology.
It's amazing to people that just put their hands up and say, oh, I can't do it. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Figure it out. Get out there and do it. Who flipping cares? I don't care how long it takes.
Me too.
You can do this. And you can do this. Happy you could join us today. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can find us right here on the Land Academy Show. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we are over at the House Academy Show.
Next week, join us on the Land Academy Show for the episode called Why the Land Academy Waitlist is Working So Well. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. Give them a shot.
We could have gone on for a long, long, long time on this topic.
You got to learn new stuff. And you have to empower other people, which is really what Land Academy is, to understand that you have to learn new stuff or it's just not going to move forward. And that's my current big challenges for the people that work with us, both outsourced people and in-house. You got to be constantly looking for a better way to do stuff.
Yeah, and I want you to bring it to me.
Stamping stuff all day.
Because we get frustrated sometimes because I'm bringing stuff to our marketing team. I'm like, hey, marketing team, did you know we can now do this on Facebook? Oh, really? Okay, you should be telling me this, not me telling you.
Exactly.
Anyway, you get it. The Land Academy Show remains commercial free for you, our loyal listener. Wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening, please subscribe and rate us there. We are Steve and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.